job, which I'm very pleased to be doing this, is helping the C-levels go through this transformation. So think about these people that have been very successful. They've run billion-dollar organizations. And me, the little peon, is going over there and telling them, hey, you should change your mindset. Rick, close the door on your way out. That's the kind of mentality you have when you're working with some of these people. So what do? How do we change that mindset? I'm going to teach you some very basic stuff of Agile so that you at least get the understanding of it. But understand that there's a lot to it when we're working with transforming organizations. Okay, we ready? Okay, so again, just to understand what we do from Transformation Experts, we do training, we do coaching, and we do staffing as well. So the organizations that we work with, because we're transforming their organization, guess what? We sometimes bring in the right people to that organization. Some people need to leave. Like you right now, some people need to leave. Get out of here, Shaquille. Some people need to leave the organization. They're not ready for that transformation, right? They're not ready for it, okay? So let's just walk through a very basic understanding of Agile, all right? Here we go, guys. This is very foundational. First question is, when you've got work that needs to get done, how do you prioritize work? You've got work, how do you prioritize it? How do you prioritize your work? Tell me. You got work. You list down all the tasks that you got to do.
Can you do me a favor?
So I love it. So he goes through an importance and he says, this is more important than this is more important than this, and that's pretty cool. But that by itself can be a headache. Think about it. You got things that are time sensitive. You got things that your wife tells you you need to do today, right? You got things that, oh my God, these are things that I'm supposed to remember a year from today. I'm not going to remember that. So that's a very difficult task to do. That's a very difficult task to do. And you can't worry so much about, if you list down all the things you got to do for the year, let's list down all the things you got to do. How big is that list? Humongous. So how do you work with a list that you have a 1,000 things to do? What we tell you in Agile is you need to worry about the ones that are coming up and that have high importance. And that's the one you should be focused on. This other stuff, if something happens to it, okay, I don't go to jail for it. Okay, I miss something. But these high important items, those are the ones that you should highly focus on. That sounds pretty simple. That's what we do on a daily basis. So that's the first step that you need to know about Agile. Hey guys, what is it that we need to do first so that the team can work? Okay? So that's called a product owner. So when your wife tells you, I am the product owner, that means she's the one that controls the list of work and what you get done. Okay? So if you ever want to wear the pants in the house, say, I'm the product owner, this is what I need you to do. Okay? So remember that when you get back home. All right? So that's the first terminology I want you to understand. Product owner does what? Huh? Controls the list. Perfect. Okay, so that's one role that we have. Now this product owner has a team that works for this product owner. Okay? This is what we call the Scrum team. The Scrum team. Okay? So this team could be, from 11, maybe a little bit small, but it's really a small team. Why can't this team be 100 people? Have you ever had a team of 100 people? Love it. Love it. Once you get to a certain limit, this is what Agile tells you. Once you get to a certain limit, you're really going to hurt yourself because there's too many people all trying to work at the same time and you're going to be stepping on each other. Like, hey, AutoNation's listening to me. This is big. Uh-oh. I'm scared. Okay? So it's overwhelming. So what we say from an Agile team is that we want smaller teams so they can truly focus on getting the work done. Okay? So that's what we call a cross-functional team. Team that has all the skill sets to get the work done. All the skill sets to get the work done. So you got product owner, You got team, right? Everybody okay with team? Now there's another role that I want you to learn. You ready? There's a really cool role. It's called a Scrum Master. That's right, Scrum Master. Sounds like a cool name, right? Scrum Master? You like it? No? You don't like it? Like if somebody gives you a business card and says, hey, I'm a Scrum Master. Here you go. You think like it's kind of weird? Okay. So I want to tell you what the Scrum Master does. So what the Scrum Master does, their job is to help the team remove obstacles. Help the team remove obstacles. Okay? So why is that so important? Why is it so important to have one person responsible for helping the team remove obstacles? Because I love it, exactly. Because you don't want them wasting time. You want your team hyper-focused on getting the work done. Hyper-focused on getting the work done. While the Scrum Master is out there protecting the team, making sure no one's upsetting or interrupting the team's work. Make sense? So you got 3 roles, that's it. So what Agile does is makes it very simplistic to work. That's all you need to get work done. You need a product owner, you need a team, and you need a Scrum Master. Okay? Does that make sense? Very simplistic way of working. Okay? So a couple more things that I want to share with you. There are some ceremonies that we find very important in Agile. Okay? One of the ceremonies is every morning when you wake up, you meet with your team for 15 minutes. That's all, very simple. Meet with your team for 15 minutes. What's the advantages of meeting with your team every morning for 15 minutes? What? Huh? Set the tone. I love it, to set the tone, right? Hey, we're going to be doing this thing. I like it. What else? Why would you meet with your team for 15 minutes? Huh? I love it. Back to the focus. Hey, we all know what we're doing. We're all aligned. I love it. So you're answering the questions without even having to learn Agile. You just answered the very basic questions. So what I would recommend also is you might want to share what's going wrong. Hey guys, feedback. Boom. You're an Agile specialist. You have your certification. AutoNation certification right there for you. Boom. Good job. Throw it back. Okay, awesome. This is the certification. This is the AutoNation certification card. All right, we're good? Right? All right. So, again, you want to make sure you're improving feedback. Things can go wrong. So you want to make sure you understand it and you work through that. Make sense? So what do we think about the stand-up meeting? Is that a pretty cool meeting? Easy? There's 3 questions we ask. What did you do yesterday? What are you doing today? And if anything's blocking you. That's it. All right? All right, ready for the next ceremony? Okay, the next ceremony that I find really cool is, and I'm going to jump a little thing, is something called the retrospective. What's a retrospective? When you hear retrospective, what does that mean to you? Huh? I can't hear so much. I wish I had a mic to give you guys. A debrief? Okay, I like it. A what? A review? Interesting. A what? See what we did right? I love it. So it's like a lesson learned, right? So retrospectives are very, very powerful in our world. So we like to retrospect, back to what you said earlier about the feedback. So we like to retrospect so that we know we're doing the right things. We're doing the right things. So that's very key in us being successful, to make sure that we're retrospecting over the items so that we can get better every time. A lot of people like to say continuous improvement, or they like to say relentless improvement. Those are, hey Fernando, how you doing, man? Hold on. Fernando just got certified with AutoNation. Hey, we're good. Fernando. No, Fernando, you got to catch it, okay? Throw it back. All right? Which one motivation? When you said motivations. love it. I love it. So that's what people don't understand. When we talk about retrospectives, we talk about improvements, but we also talk about what's going well. And you hit it right there perfectly. You must be you should, oh, watch out, you gonna hurt? Oh, see, she caught it, Fernando. You see that? Yes. And look at the throw. Look at the throw. And look at the throw. Perfect throw. Okay? We're gonna have to work on that. So I love what you said about the retrospect. I think people forget about that because, and we've seen this in many studies. How many times do you say "great job"? Right? We've seen studies where employers are not telling people, "Hey, you're doing a great job," and that's a simple way of your teammates, which are actually in there with you, saying, "Hey, you did pretty good." There's a difference between a manager telling you that and somebody who knows how hard that was to say, "You did a great job." Right? Make sense? Awesome. All right. So that's a ceremony. How many ceremonies have we covered so far? I want to test you guys. What was the first one? What was the first one? The stand-up meeting or daily meeting. Good job. And what was the last one I just said? Retrospective. Awesome, awesome. So those are very key in us having a successful team, right? I'm going to share one more with you. How are we doing on time? Because I have no idea time-wise. Let me know.
How much time do we have?
1:44. Okay. How much time do I have? All right. So. All right. So there's another meeting that we find very important that we call the sprint review. This is where we get to show off what we're doing. So think about this. You're a team, you're getting work done, and you want to show off what you're doing. Why would you want to do that? And I don't want you to answer it because you already answered the right answer. Why would I want to show off how well we're doing or what we're doing? Why would I want to do this? It's only 2 weeks. This is not completely done yet. Why do I want to show this off? Why? Hey, we only got part of the wheels. We only have the wheels done. Why do I want to show the wheels when the car is not completely done? Huh? That's good pride, but there's another reason why I want to show off the wheels. Why would I want to show off the wheels? No, Fernando, you can't speak at this event. I don't know what you're doing here, Fernando. You know, you're an expert. Why would we want to show off the wheels in 2 weeks? Correct. So it's a feedback, and you want to show feedback. That's your favorite word. I want to use that always, feedback. You want to show that wheel is working properly, right? He's going to have a lot more confidence that the car is going to work out if I say, hey, look at the wheels. Does this work right? Yes. No, they don't? Oh. He wanted the wheels to be blue. But guess what? That's not a bad thing because he told me earlier, right? Imagine if we wasted $2 million trying to get this whole framework done, and then I tell him here, and he says, I don't want those wheels. What's wrong with you? And then we have to redo the whole car because the color doesn't match the wheel, whatever the case might be. So he just prevented a lot of waste of money for the organization. Thank you, Fernando. Great job. All right. So again, the feedback loop that he mentioned earlier is the key. So you should be certified. I'm telling you, we need to get you certified. We need to get you certified. All right. That's a lot of feedback that you need early, so you can make the pivots that you need. And we talked earlier about this change in the world, right? How fast we need to adapt. So imagine being able to pivot as you're developing this stuff. Maybe when you finally get it done, it's nothing that you imagined. It's wow. Because we learned from it, it produced a different product. All right? So we're going to start all over completely because you just got here. Ready? Bam! First of all, we start with throwing you the car.
What's your name?
My name is Rick. How you doing? What's Steven, how you doing? So, Steven, we had some really good ceremonies. We talked about really good roles. Do you know much about Agile? Have you worked in Agile space at all? Oh, there you go. Flexibility. Nice, nice. So this is flexibility in the business world, right? So we just mentioned some really cool things that we need to have to make sure teams can pivot, can communicate well with each other. And this is the big crave out there, guys. If you're here anywhere you're trying to get a job, you're going to hear this Agile concept. You cannot go into a technology team without hearing this word. If you're trying to get a job, you better know this system inside out, okay? So understand that some of these roles we just mentioned, product owner, scrum master, and team, very essential. And some of the ceremonies we just mentioned were also very important, right? We got what? The stand-up meeting, sprint planning, and what else did we do? Retrospective. There's another ceremony that's called the sprint review, which we demoed, right? Which is the demo of these things, okay? So, this will not work if you don't have the Agile mindset. So let me explain to you what the Agile mindset is. I told you about people thinking in silos. Traditionally, hey, what's going on here? Catch this, you need to catch it. Oh my God. Oh. See, some people are not agile. Okay, good job. So one of the things that we need to think about is this Agile mindset. So let me tell you what that means. Traditionally, again, there used to be departments that worked just about their department. This department just worked about their department. This department just worried about their department. You guys remember those departments? They're probably still out there.
CIA and FBI.
The CIA, FBI, they're out there. Correct. Yes, they're out there. But what happens when you do that? When you just worry about your department? When you just worry about your department? What goes wrong there?
You miss a lot of criminals.
You miss a lot of criminals. I love that. We should put that as a quote. You miss a lot of criminals. Okay? What's that? Exactly. They're just thinking about their own department. They're not really seeing of what's important for the overall organization. So what we're doing with Agile is we're having these 5 people, guess what? Force them to talk to each other. We actually make them sit together. Oh yeah, it's a war. Oh yeah. Here, catch this again. It's a war. In the beginning, hey, you're good. In the beginning, it's like a war. You got people that never talk to each other, forcing them, and I'm using the word forcing them to sit together and actually collaborate and talk to each other. And as soon as they start complaining, hey, this guy's bothering me, you guys work it out. You guys work it out. With time, that team starts figuring it out and starts actually gelling, where they're actually working very efficiently together. That's a very powerful tool to help teams work closely together and actually produce what they need to produce, right? All right, how are we doing? Any questions so far? Do we want to capture any questions? Stop videotaping and grab this.
We have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I want to hear if there's any questions. Can we ask any questions? Anybody has any questions? Hey, how you doing? What are you laughing at me so? It's not a good laugh.
Is there recommended team size or how does it depend on organization?
So we like to keep these teams small. And I gave you a number like 11, 7, in that range. Sometimes people say 2 slices of pizza, right? So you want to keep them small. Why again? It's because if you've got a lot of people communicating, it's difficult. It's difficult to have that connection. I've seen teams of 20 and 30, and then suddenly they're like, what was your name again? And who are you? I can't remember. You want them to have that bond. Think about it. You're going into surgery tomorrow. Okay, somebody's going to go into surgery tomorrow. You ready? Who wants to go to surgery? Oh, she's good. Oh, Fernando, you're making me look bad. She just caught it. She caught it from all the way over there, Fernando. She did really good. Fernando did horrible. No, horrible. Come on, now let's see her throw. Oh, I don't know about the throw. You gotta work on that. What was I just saying? Okay, you're going into surgery. You're going into surgery. Would you like to know that the people that are going to have that are going to actually operate on you are meeting each other for the first time? That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. A doctor working and passing it on to somebody. Get over here. You're supposed to be over here. That synergy, that collaboration. Remember, sometimes things you don't have to verbally say something. If you work with people close enough, they kind of read your mind. They're there. They understand. Miami Heat. What happened the first year of Miami Heat? All right then. What happened to the second and third year? Because they finally got synergy. They finally got the ability to work together, right? So you want to have that collaborative effort for them to work together. Did I answer your question?
So I have a question.
Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. Go ahead.
So if team that's just now starting out with the adoption of a Scrum framework, what would you recommend?
Okay, all I heard is a team that was starting up, and what would I recommend?
Yeah.
I recommend food. No. Come on,
Yeah, that's what I said. If there was a team
Well, I
that's
gotta
just now starting up adoption of a Scrum framework, what would be your recommendation?
So they're just starting up and they're adopting the Scrum framework. I think the biggest problem with Scrum or any methodology is that no one understands the why. They're so busy on hey, just do this, but you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing this? For example, stand-up meetings. Remember we talked a little bit about stand-up meetings earlier? They're meetings that you have 15 minutes every morning. If you ask people, why are you doing this? And they don't know how to answer that, you're losing the essence of why you have Agile. So you really need to coach people to understand this is a collaborative effort. We're talking to each other. We're swarming. We're trying to figure things out. Stand-up meeting gives us that baseline to work through that. That's a different conversation compared to stand-up meeting and status report. That's what we're doing. We're doing a status report. No, that's not what it is. Make sense? Awesome. Anybody else has any questions related to the foundation of Agile that you want me to answer for you? You came in new. Tell me, what is puzzling in your mind there? I'm trying to read you. You like the drawing?
No, we use Agile uniquely for years, and I was just interested to see what you had to say. I didn't realize this was going on.
Did you like it? Did I miss anything? Did I miss?
I just
What?
think it did, but I like what you said because they try to understand what it is and they use.
Love it. Love it. Any issues you having? Here, let me throw this for you. You ready? Catch? Come on. I want to go. Don't let me down now. Oh my God. You were trying to catch it with one hand. Of course that's going to be tough. Let's go. Throw it. Let me show your arm. Oh, that was good. That was good. Your arm is good. Your arm is better than her arm. No, it still was good. It was better. It was better than...
Don't call me out.
But any issues you're having with Agile since you've been doing it for a little while?
Well, we actually just took one step forward and
Okay.
we moved to set, or we added safe on top of that.
You added safe on top of that?
We did.
Like a safe deposit box where you put people in there? No, I love it. Safe. Okay, great. So you scaled the event. So that's a really difficult thing because normally they tell you need to learn Agile first at the foundational level. What we've been talking about right now is really foundational. And you gotta master that because bad Agile here just creates bad Agile all the way up.
You know what I think happens?
You gotta come closer to me because my ears, it's bad.
3 minutes.
Right. Love. Right. That's static. Right, so we just talked about status, and if you take it the wrong way, that's why you need some of these coaches. If you read the book and you just follow a book, you're doing it wrong. There's a whole mindset behind how you work with other people. So you're absolutely right that we need to make sure we're changing that mindset of, hey, this is not used for status. Get out of here. Why are you asking those kind of strong questions? This meeting is for the team. This meeting is for the team. Okay, so I've got 3 minutes left. I appreciate your time. So this is Transformation Experts. If you guys want to get certified, we have classes actually this weekend. You said safe. We actually have some safe classes this weekend. Product owner certification coming out this weekend. And we're giving out a major discount if you're interested, okay? Make sure you look at right there, that beautiful Transformation Expert, the globe over there, and we'll help you with the certification. If your company is looking to transform, if you know of somebody out there that wants to understand this more, please reach out to us. But thank you very much for your time. AutoNation, thank you for the car. And I appreciate your time. And hopefully you catch my speech at 3 o'clock. I promise it's going to be very interactive. And I might throw this around as well, okay? No, you have to go. What do you mean you might? Have to, all right? All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time.